stay on GoDaddy. This is for some of the folks in here, a little more advanced user who's like to use multiple sites like me. This is what you use. Yeah.
If you set up your websites, say 2, 3, 4 websites through GoDaddy, can you choose not to use their hosting but to use hosting?
If you set up multiple sites through GoDaddy initially, like 4 or 5, can you later choose to go anywhere else? Absolutely. You decide who does the hosting. Remember, you don't have to host with them. They just care about the registration. Yes, Gregory.
If you basically not capable as far as technological ability as far as running your sites,
right.
doing all those things that you
right.
have the expertise for, what is the site that I would go to get a good web service here like in South Florida?
I don't know. I don't want to recommend websites or anything because.
Not website, but websites. Someone who is serving and making all those edits and changing and doing things.
Yeah, I don't know, Gregory. I don't want to recommend anybody because as soon as something goes wrong, you're going to blame me. Okay? But I will tell you that what you do tell them is that you recommend this site to do the hosting for you. And say, look, I got 5 websites. I'd like you to use this hosting program. I'll pay the $19.99. That's a smart way of doing it. Jack, what you got?
Using this host guy, do they control the emails that you send out, the number or anything of that nature?
I haven't been limited, no. I've been blasting out stuff. Like I said, all my sites go through there. Okay? So I have the shopping cart, which I'll show, but other than that, no. Not to my knowledge, Jack. There was a question over here. Yes?
Would you have multiple FTP folders, one for each site?
That's the key. You know how, and we won't get too technical, we'll lose everybody. But the thing is, they put you on one IP. Okay? So you have a shared IP. It's the Internet Protocol, it's the address, and I don't want to go there. But you have one shared IP, and that is a downside, but it's not a big downside if you know what I mean. We'll talk about that later. I know what you mean. But yeah, so that's what you got to look for. You get it.
If I get jeffreyglick.com,
yep.
Can I have my email address at jeffreyglick.com?
Right. Yeah.
Jeff at jeffreyglick.com?
Yeah. Absolutely. Remember, hosting is where you park it. What you park on there is up to you. So park your site, your email address. That's all. It's just poof. That's where you're putting it. That's it. So everybody can find it. All right? Good? It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. But if you want to know how I save a lot of money, and it only cost me $19.99, now you know. And I bet you never went to another seminar that showed you how to do this. By the way, web designers won't tell you this. Because they won't tell you that. They're like, yep. Aren't you glad you came today?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, choosing a domain name is critical. Remember I said naming tips. All right. If the search engine phrase is in the domain name, the search engine will give it more significance. Said another way, if the keywords are in the domain name, I already said, the search engine will give it more significance, okay? I'm not saying it's going to guarantee you rank 1, but it gives it more significance. Yes?
If you want to put your keywords in the name,
right.
Then why did you also say to use like your name?
Oh, because if you want to, by the way, good question. Said another way, Victor, if the keywords have to be in your domain name, why did you say victorgonzalez.com was so important? Is that about it?
Exactly.
Key question, good question. Yourname.com is probably going to be your asset. That's the brand that you're building over time, right? Yeah. The other sites you're using to help find Victor Gonzalez. In other words, Victor Gonzalez is the flagship, but I also know people who don't know me are not going to type in victorgonzalez.com. Do you know what I mean? Right. They're going to type in Hispanic speaker, Latino speaker, or something else. But what eventually I do is drive them all to my main site because I'm trying to build the brand recognition. Get it? Good question. Excellent question. Excellent question. Question? Okay, great. By the way, if the name's taken, consider using a dash. Okay? A dash. A dash. See that right there? Dash training. Like if salestraining.com is taken, sales-training. Because the search engine will read that. Again, if we want to find a domain name with our key phrases in them, and the one we want is not available, use a dash. Okay? It's legitimate to use a dash. By the way, people will find you because they found you on the internet. Do you realize that the majority of people will not type in your domain name? I mean, I need you to get that. The majority of people will not type in your domain name. I don't care how cute your domain name is. The majority of people will not type it in. What they will do is search for the keywords. And if you can get brownie points in your domain name, people get so hung up with these clever domain names. And I was watching, somebody in here had one that was very interesting, and I didn't get it. It was, let me see if they're here, they'll raise their hand. It was 2PIMC or something like that, .com. I mean, I couldn't even keep those letters straight in my head. And so, but will people ever type that in to find you? Right? And we've seen cute websites where people have those cute names, and you're like, one guy, example, had Cardio Commando. And I thought that was so cool, until I realized he spelled them both with a K. Now it's cute. Now it's cute. But I go, nobody's ever going to type in K unless they can't spell. And I don't know. That means the only people who are going to find you are illiterate people. You know? I mean, so I don't know. All right. So like motivational-speaker.com. Okay? Those words. Okay? By the way, let me go back. You realize what I'm doing? I'm creating multiple websites up here. Each has its own keyword that it's meant to search on. Everything's driving it back to a funnel down to me, VictorGonzalez.com, the flagship. Now, do you have to do my strategy? No. But if there's 2 or 3 things you really want to do well, and I just showed you how to get a website for what, $9? Well, dang it. After you do the first one, the next 2 or 3 should be easy. But does that mean you have to do it? No. Okay? Just want to point that out. Yes, Jack?
Does that mean that salestraining.com is driven to your main website, not to a special website?
Right. The question is, if I had salestraining.com here, is it driven directly to my website? No. Because as soon as you do a click link to another site, the search engine knows that. And it says, well, why should I even rank you high? So what you have to do is take it into your site and then show it content on the page. So if you clicked on that, you'll see a website. You'll click on some information. It'll actually take you into the website. But at the bottom of each one is go to my main site, VictorGonzalez.com. You see what I mean? Because there's something called doorway pages that was out on the internet, and I'll explain it very quickly, is that people would just pop up one page, and you click it, you find it, click, boom, some porno site, click, some betting site, boom. And so what the search engines do, if you only have one page, they will take you down. They won't even index you. Index means they won't put you in the search engines. There was one over here. Here.
Do you recommend having your own multimedia business? Do you recommend doing your own website?
If your multimedia, you should have your own website. And I'm going to talk about some of the things you shouldn't put on your multimedia site. Okay, because certain things a search engine won't like. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, let me just keep going. And again, your name is the most valuable asset. You can grab it, grab it. I'm telling you, that guy was upset when I wouldn't give back. I guess he was hoping I'd volunteer VictorGonzalez.com back because I was guilty, but no.
Can I just make a suggestion? If you have somebody else register your site for you, whether it's a developer or anybody else, make sure that you retain the rights to the site.
Never let anybody register your site for you. Because what will happen is, we did this for a company, and the web designer says, I'll register it for you. And so what they did is they registered it, and they put themselves as the administrative and technical contact, right? And so all of a sudden, the company says, hey, I want to change hosting companies. He says, well, I'm not letting you change. And you can't get in because it's registered under me. You're done. You better beg. So what you do is you go to GoDaddy, you register it. You know what the only thing they need is what they call the DNS number. You know, if a parking space has a number, the DNS is the parking number. So, for example, you just tell them, where's your parking space at? I'm talking to the hoster, right? Where's your parking space at? He's going to go, it's at DNS 12345. Okay, I'll change it. Don't worry about it. And you change it in GoDaddy. And you retain control. But never let anybody register your domain for you. Thank you. Great point. Excellent point. Yes?
Your opinion on the difference between a .biz and a .com for commercial business?
By the way, I mean, you can answer the question yourself. Do a search.
Maybe you can get the name that you want with a .biz, but you can't get it without making modifications.
Again, let me finish the statement. You can see the things for yourself. How many times have you done a search that you see .biz? That's the answer. It's like when people put Flash programs on the first home page, and you know that's the worst thing you can do, right? Is to put a Flash program on your home page. Because when was the last time that you did a search and the first thing you clicked on was a Flash? Doesn't happen, right? What do most of us do when we see Flash anyway? We do skip intro, right? Yeah. So why do people put it? A movie at the beginning of the home page is a Flash intro. So when people have Flash or no content on the front page, you're killing yourself. You're hurting yourself in the rankings. I'll talk to you about that. And we talked about the backwarding feature. All right, we got to get moving. We got a lot of stuff. All right. It's a giant computer. By the way, do you know how search engine works, right? Okay, visualize how it works. You get the mindset. You remember those old file cabinets? Those old file cabinets. You know, you pull it out, the files, right? Everything's filed. Close it back up. That's the search engine. That's Google, that's Yahoo. Every site that is indexed, index means it's filed, is in that big file cabinet, right? Now, what happens is you develop a website. This is it. As soon as you finish developing it, visualize with me, I just place it on top of the cabinet. I place it on top of the cabinet, and I got to wait for what a spider or a crawler, which is just another way of saying a program that comes along looking for new web pages on the internet, just crawls the internet. And then, bam, it finds a new website. Now, if it's not designed right, which we're going to talk about, if it's not optimized correctly, it doesn't know what to do with it. It doesn't know how to file it, right? So think of a vanilla folder. If you don't have any tabs or something to describe the folder, what do? Put it right back on top, right? Do you know that a lot of people don't even know that they're not indexed? By the way, not indexed means the only way that somebody can find you if they type in the exact domain name. Other than that, you're not in there. And I'm going to show you how to design a website so you at least can actually get optimized / and into the search engine, which is our goal, right? Yeah. That's how it works. It's a giant computer. That's a search engine, okay? You want to be indexed. The program, by the way, rankings always change. You realize that, right? There's always changing up and down. Don't ask me the logic. I'm sure that Google, Yahoo have some for it. Search engine no-nos. Pay attention. First one, doorway pages or redirects. You remember that? You put one page that just takes them to another site. No. It'll take down the site. I mean, literally take you off the index. Hidden text. Okay, for those of you who think you're clever, and many programmers thought that they were clever because what they would do is they put in the keywords and they type it in repeatedly, but in the same color as the background. Right? So all the way at the bottom, if my keywords were golf clubs, right? I would type in golf club, golf club, golf club over and over again in white, because the more keywords that were in there, the better. So visually, you couldn't see it, right? And you're thinking, yeah, I got a lot of keywords. The search engine will rank me high. We've got a problem. The search engine is not human. It's a program. Programs don't see color. They see what? Code, text. So they are able to identify that. Some people think if I just put a lot of keywords on my page and just put them in the same color as the background, it'll work. Don't do it. Okay? Keyword loading, that's the same thing. You look at your description, you type in the word golf clubs, golf clubs, golf club, golf in your description. I'll explain where that's at. Don't do that. And this, Flash, what we just talked about. I see a lot of people lose a lot of money. There's three types of designers that you have to really keep in mind. There's the artist, right? You know, no, I think we should do Flash, we should put pictures, we should do scrolling windows, you know? $15,000, but it'll be worth it because people love your site. The thing is that the search engine, once it sees the home page and the home page has a lot of graphics, what it'll do, it doesn't know what to do with a movie. See, a search engine is a program. And if it comes across a movie, it says, what's this? And they only have, in the buffer they have, is what I call a buffer, is that they only have so much memory to actually index, to identify this thing. And if your program is this big and it doesn't fit, it just moves on. In other words, it doesn't have enough memory to index you because it's too big. So it just shoots off. And a lot of people have beautiful film. You know, Flash and the whole bit. It's just wonderful. So don't do that. The second group of people, and I want you to pay attention, write this down, are search engine optimizers, also known as SEO. SEO, search engine optimizers. Optimizers, what they do is that they optimize a web page so first the search engine can find it and it can what? Rank high. Get it? Just write it down. I'll go through them. Then there's search engine marketers. Okay? And there are two different disciplines, and I think people don't understand this. There's, again, web designers, optimizers, then there's marketers. Today, we already talked about websites, what you should and shouldn't do. That's what we're talking about now. Now I'm going to show you how to optimize a web page so it looks, you know, perfect for a search engine. Then we're going to do the marketing afterwards, okay? Going to get all that today, only today, for you. Okay? So now, by the way, if you're going to hire a designer, you remember that my example with the shoes? Yeah. You walk into the store, the guy says, can I help you? Same thing. If a designer's that good, ask him, let me see where you rank. If I type in web designer, I want to see how high up in the search engine you are. Okay. Right? Same thing. Same philosophy, same principle. Okay? Get it? Yeah. Good. Is this too much, too fast, or what? No. Brain overload? Like, you guys look at me like, damn. Okay, just want to make sure you're still there. All right. we talked about this, right? Elance, the bidding system. There's also, let's say you want to develop some software program. Did you know there's this website called Rent-A-Coder? If you want to do simple programs or just something cool for yourself, let's say you wanted to create an Excel spreadsheet that does all these cool calculations but has a cool interface to it, go to Rent-A-Coder. Just post your project and Rent-A-Coder. You got coders. All they do is code all day. They develop software programs. You ever see people on the internet selling software programs? They sell them on boxes or whatever. They're going to Rent-A-Coder. And they're basically having people design software for them. And by the way, these designers are everywhere. We're talking from Bangladesh to Singapore to China, everywhere. So you're not only getting from one place. And then again, we talked about all this. Web design, hosting, editing, copywriting, brochure layout, logo design. All that can be gotten on Elance. Now, I know I'm going to forget to mention this website, so I'm going to go there now. And this has to be, in my opinion, an awesome website. You want it? Yeah. It's called MrGoodWeb.com. Guess who owns Mr. Goodweb? I own Mr. Goodweb. In here, all the resources you'll ever need, I put in here. Unless you found this site, you'll never, through here, you're not going to see it. Everything we talk about today is in here. Did I mention the business plan? Right there. Business cards?
Yeah.
Here's a sales navigator, contact lead manager for free. 800 number lookup. You want some free animation? What I do is I put all my best ideas on this site.
Thank you.
And so, look at that. So I categorize it: book publishing, copywriting, web design, domain registration, counters, the best blogs. People always ask me, Victor, what do you read? What blogs do I go to? Here are the best blogs I've found. Handsome Devil. A blog is a weblog. And so basically it's conversations on the internet amongst people. DVD duplicators. Remember we talked about Disc Masters over there? Right here. Disc Makers, right there. Remember that software, that 6 bytes, that actually packages up your website? Remember that? That's there. Vertical response, constant contact. You see, it's all consistent with what I said to you today. Okay? So all that stuff's in there. So all you have to do is go to MrGoodWeb.com and find the information. Get it? Got it. Good. By the way, we talked about here, right? Gebby, Hippo, GoLeech, so forth and so on. Yeah. By the way, great keyword tools here. Yes. These things can actually look at your website and tell you if you're using the right keywords or not. And it will actually analyze your website for you. Yes?
So if I have to go, I can find the information that...
Mr. Goodweb is all there. MrGoodweb.com. All right, are we... Yeah? Yeah. Damn, okay. Well, I'm going to... By the way, you better use this site because I'm thinking of closing this site up in this sense. Wait. What I'm going to do, because I know it's in demand, what I'm going to do is I'm a membership. All right. That's right. I'm going to just go close it up. It says membership, so go find your stuff now. You've been warned. You've been warned.
So you have a red dog on there. Where's the baby? Google Cash.
No. By the way, here are organizations, online meeting planners for speakers. We're going to talk about some of these other SurveyMonkey, which puts surveys on your website. This is...
Hold on a minute.
What's that?
Hold on a minute. You're missing one that you've used.
Which one?
Score.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, Score, part of the SBA. Yep.
How could you do that?
By the way, the reason Jack's harassing me, and I got to default him because Jack's senior, but I used to be a member of SCORE, which is part of the SBA, the Small Business Administration. I used to sponsored by the Small Business Administration. And so anyway, I used to be a volunteer member of SCORE, and so I used to do seminars over at SCORE for free. And so when I was here in Miami, so there you go. Well, thank you. See, was it the one on Biscayne?
Then they went to downtown.
That's the one I think it was. Yep.
Downtown.
Yeah, that's the new one.
All you have to do is go to scoremiami.org.
Yep.
And you'll see our seminars.
All right, so you guys got this? By the way, I got some other, I post a lot of great resources on this site. Every time, by the way, everything I put on this site, I've used. Okay? So if I haven't used it, I don't like it, I don't post it. All right, setting up a merchant account. Okay? Yeah. Let me explain merchant account to you guys. Very simple. You use them before, you just don't know. We agree that if you want to do business on the internet today, do you need a shopping cart?
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to have people mail us the check, okay? Because it ain't happening. So 95% of the people, if not more, are actually going to buy through a shopping cart. So in order to have a shopping cart, in most cases, you need something called a merchant account. Okay? And let me just visually explain it, then I'll show you a graphic. When you go to your ATM to take out money, okay, you swipe the card. Now, you swipe the card, certain things have to happen, right? Something has to validate that you actually have the funds in your bank account, right? And then somebody has to actually take that money out or transfer that money out of your bank account, right? And then hand you the check, right? Or the cash, right? Yeah. So a merchant account is basically the facilitator between the ATM and the bank. See how that works? So there's this third party out there that says, okay, before you give her the cash, let me check. Checks the account, has access, they have the fund, withdraw the funds, pay the cash. The ATM charges you $2. We're in Miami, $3. Okay? So it charges you that. Now, the same thing with a shopping cart on a website. Somebody wants to buy something from you, right? They put their information in, check out, they buy the information. The merchant account has to first go make sure that that's a valid credit card, correct? Yes. If it does, it has to debit that, whatever the amount is. It then has to turn around and deposit whatever in your account, the money, right? And then it's going to give them access to whatever product or send out the confirmation that they can buy, the product is going to be delivered. So that's a merchant account. You kind of get it? Yeah. Okay, so that's all it is. You need one. They're kind of expensive, but you only have to do it one time. And some prices range from $250 to about $400 to $450. But you only have to do it once, and you need one. Now, so this is kind of how they work. So if that's you on the shopping cart, again, it's just basically the gateway between your account, the credit card company, and the person surfing. Okay? So if you don't get that, just think ATM. Because I know that's a little complicated.
Are there still transaction fees?
Yes, there are. There are always transaction fees. And that depends on what account you go with. Now,
what about PayPal?
PayPal's another one that you can use. But let me set you up with a merchant account that I think is going to be cool. By the way, this is what you'll need to register a merchant account, okay? So you need to set up your company name, okay? You need to open up an account. You got to contact the merchant provider. They will require a business name, bank number, bank number. If you're self-employed, it's your social security number, okay? So this is the information you're going to need. Approval process for me took about 1 week, okay? You need a merchant account if you're going to have a shopping cart. You cannot do business on the internet without a merchant account. Get it?
Got it.
Good. I'll let you jot down real quick what you got on there. Take some notes. All right, so let me read that through again. Register your company name with state. Use the registration to open an account at a local bank. Contact the merchant account provider, and they will require business name, business number, bank account, routing number. Approval process is about 1 week. Yes, sir.
You have to go through all this if you go through a PayPal setup?
I've never used PayPal because, you know, but my shopping cart can accept it. So if somebody else can answer that, I'd be great to have.
No, PayPal basically it
The answer is
to like an email address.
Okay.
You set it up through
Right.
an email account.
It's more of a virtual account that's accessed by your email. Yeah, and that's why people use it, because it's easy. You don't have to do that. Okay, next. Now, pay attention. This is the good part. Pay attention. At first, shopping carts just took orders online. Today, they do much more. You want to be able to create multiple products, both physical and digital. In other words, you want to have multiple products in your shopping cart. Product types, product numbers. For example, if I'm selling 5 types of books, 5 types of DVD, I want to be able to identify each one, right? So I have to have a product number for each of my products. You get that? Yeah. So you have to be able to do multiple products on your shopping cart. Now, you got to be able to create recurring orders. You know what I mean by that? In other words, let's say you buy my consulting services. My consulting services are $200 a month. Now, I don't expect you to go to the website every month to pay your $200. If I set up a recurring account, it'll charge your credit card automatically $200. See how that works? So you want a recurring account. Now, you want to track customer reports. In other words, you need to know who bought, when they bought, how often they buy. So you can be able to run reports. Okay? Pop-ups, entry and exit. By the way, you can still use them. They got these things called hover pops that basically actually go past the pop-ups. But an entry and exit. You know what I mean by entry and exit? A pop-up on the exit, on the entry, but you ever exit a screen and a pop-up comes up? Yeah. Shopping carts can do that as well. An ad tracker. This is my favorite part. Let's say that you want to run a product promotion. You got two websites, right? You want to run a product promotion, but you're using different logos. Okay? Just try it out. You can actually track each ad logo to see which one actually gets a bigger click-through. Bless you. Okay, so you can actually put multiple logos with different trackers on each, and then what it'll do, it'll give you back a report that says the click-through rate on this one was much higher. What does that tell you? Go with that design. Okay? So it's not just, most of the websites today are dummy websites. The only thing they have is a counter at the bottom. Right? What does a counter at the bottom tell you about your customer? Zero. Tells you nothing. You don't know how many times they visit the site. You just know how many people have clicked on that site. For all I know, one of your family members clicked on it 1,000 times. Right? And that's all you know. You know, because nobody likes to start at 0, right? Let's get it up to 1,000 at least. And so what you want is basically, when people say I got a counter on my site, it means nothing. It tells me about, it didn't tell me where they came from, how long they were there, how many pages they look at, and if they bought anything. It doesn't tell me that unless I actually get an order. Okay? Database, client emails. Again, you need a mechanism for taking emails and putting them in the database. And then use, remember I explained opt-in and double opt-in? Opt-in is when you just register to get something free. Double opt-in is when you register to get something free. It sends an email to your account, email box, right? And you have to actually confirm that, yes, you did indeed sign up for that mailing list. That's a double opt-in. You want to be able to segment all your clients by product. So in other words, if I got 30 products, I want to be able to say how many people bought this product, how many people bought that product, so forth and so on. And each one is in my database. So for example, I got a book on motivation called The Logic of Success. I want to know how many people bought my motivational book. I also got a book on sales and a magazine, right? So I want to know how many people are actually downloading that, right? So when I market, and it's a sales marketing campaign, I know which list I want to send it out to. Is that pretty clear? Yeah. Just a way of segmenting. That's all it is. You want to send the newsletters by segment as well. No different. Okay? Automatic downloads, e-product. I love this feature because what it'll do is two things. If you buy one of my e-books, it will send you, if I program it, it will send you the link to where you can go download it. But at the same time, as soon as you buy it, it starts to download. You just hit the OK to download now. And bam, it does it for you. In other words, I'm talking about running a business without you having to be there. You see where I'm going with this? This is what you want to do. You want to be able to move on and just run your business without having to be there. So there's a lot of golf courses. Page redirection. Won't get into that. I just want to get that autoresponders. You got to get the autoresponders. I mean, they're key, okay? By the way, the autoresponders, this is how I use them. You can buy my speaking course online. It has 14 free courses. This is what I did. I was on a plane one day, and I get tired of those phone calls of people doing it for free. So what I did was I wrote 14 steps for becoming a speaker and making money, right? So I just wrote out step 1, wrote out step 2, step 3, all the way to 14, right? I then programmed the autoresponder to send one out every week. So if you bought today, you get the first one immediately. 1 week later, it's programmed to send you the second lesson. 1 week later, you just get the third lesson, fourth lesson, fifth lesson. Get it? Right? So it's one of those things you just keep sending. You just keep sending. But what the good thing about it is that you can buy it, sell a course, and there it is. By the way, so if I'm sending to you something every week, you're expecting something every week, I'm there in front. Mind presence. That's what I want. I want your mind share. Do you see how that works?
Yes. What side of yours is that on?
That is the logic of success. Affiliate programs, you know what those are? Yeah. How many know what affiliate program is? Let me describe this. An affiliate program is the oldest, at least one of the progenitors of the affiliate program was a company called what? Amazon.com. Okay? Now, how many of us have gone to a website that's for something, but we also saw a link to Amazon.com, a logo? Right? You seen it? Yeah. This is what they did. You go down here. This is passive income. You go all the way to the bottom. You see where it says Join Associates at the bottom? Click on that. And this is how the program works. By the way, they use partners, associate, or affiliate. Okay? Hey, Mike, can you give me a glass of water? Thank you. Now, this is what you do. You sign up, and I want you to read step 1. Associates, you, will drive traffic to Amazon through a specially formatted link. It could be a logo. And once you sign up, that logo has your number on it. Think of it like a Social Security number, okay? And it's your number. So what happens is you click on that, you sign up, they send you the code, you put it on your website. Somebody goes to Amazon and let's just say doesn't like what's on your site or not interested, clicks on Amazon, goes to Amazon, and if in the next 30 or 60 days they buy something, you get a paycheck. Okay? That's an affiliate program. And it's 8.5% for Amazon. So you can get up to 8.5%. Other programs go up to 20, 30, 40%. Okay? Now I want you to think about this. This is a site where if you send traffic to them, they will pay you. Okay? So what I do is I use Instant Publisher as an affiliate program. And as an affiliate program, thanks Mike, what I do is I signed up for Instant Publisher, so if you go through my links and you buy something, I get a percentage. So every 3 or 4 months I get a check from Instant Publisher. Now, am I making money off of you? No. Because it's the flat price. It's a flat price. No matter where you go, it's a flat price. I just get, I think it's 10 point something commission on every sale that I drive through that site. And so I just get a paycheck. So now, Amazon does the same thing. And you sign up. You put a link. Now, I want you to really think about this. You pop up your website and you find affiliate programs that are related to your business. Okay? Because remember I said, do not put dissimilar products on your website. Be consistent. So what I want you to do is find something that's consistent. So, if I'm a speaker, there's nothing wrong with putting a link about publishing your own book. You see the difference? You see that? So once you see that and understand it, you can do it. So if you sell golf clubs, find things, for example, golf bags, so forth and so on, and drive programs. People typically sign up for 3 affiliate programs for their websites, okay? So I suggest you do the same. So if you got a website and it's passive income, sometimes it's $200, $300, whatever it may be, but you can make some serious money if you drive a lot of traffic to those sites. Okay? Get it? Now, yes, sir.
How do I locate these affiliates?
The question is, how do you locate these affiliates? I'm glad you asked that. Because let's say, what I'm about to show you is an old, ancient secret. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Let's say, what you want to do is type in affiliate, for example, right? Program, and then your keyword.
Okay.
So, let's say golf, right? It'll go out to the net and it'll try to find affiliate programs for golf. There it is. All kinds of. On the right-hand side. And what you do is you sign up. Each has their own, see, affiliate program. And you go in there and you sign up for the ones you like. The higher the commission, the more you're willing to do business. So let me walk you through it again so I don't want to lose anybody. You have your website. You're selling golf clubs, right? On the side, on the right-hand side, you can put logos from other companies, partners think of them as, right? Where you can send traffic their way. By the way, is this model any different from the real world? Because what are you becoming? A distributor, right? Yeah. A representative. Yeah. These are just reps out there sending traffic your way. And now let me ask you a question. Amazon, let's say, pays you 10%. What do they keep? 90. There you go. Now, let me ask you a question. How would you like to be in a position where you pay? Raise your hand. Oh, some of you got it. There you go. Okay, the awake people got it. Everybody should have raised their hand. Now, can you flip it around where you now become the affiliate, and everybody becomes, or the affiliate holder, and everybody else becomes affiliates? Yes! Because now people will come to your site, and they want to sell your product and put your logo on their site. So once you do that, you're good. So this is, are you getting it?
Yeah.
Are you getting it? Yeah. All right. So, by the way, yes, you had a question?
Yes, the intelligent
right.
shopping cart, all of these things, who does that?
Who does that? Well, I'm going to show you. This is what I'm getting to. If you go,
the merchant account providers, you said you were going to make a recommendation on that?
not the merchant account. There's a bunch of them. That's the company I use. OneShoppingCart.com. It is.
For what?
That has all that. Everything up here in terms of shopping carts and so forth is what they have. All this. Okay? You can even set up affiliate programs. I pay $69 a month. And I'm more than happy to give them my $69 a month. It handles all my newsletters. So you remember I mentioned earlier Constant Contact and Vertical Response? You don't have to use it if you have this, okay? Because they do newsletters also. So you can blast your newsletters out through them. So this is the only thing I use to manage all my products. I manage all my products, all my emails, all my ad tracking, everything that has to do with my internet business goes through this one site, this one panel. Okay? I highly recommend it. Yes.
Do they make up your newsletter content, or you have to give them the content, right?
What's that?
Do they make up your newsletter content?
No, that's you. You got to make it up.
Yeah, you give it.
Yeah, you got to figure out what products you're going to sell and what content you have. Yes.
How many emails can you send out through there at one time?
I usually send out about 2,000 at a time, but I think you can go pretty high. We'll log on to the website, and I think if you go past 100,000, what they'll do is they'll put you in another price range. So I know you can go up to at least that high. Easy. So that's a nice problem to have, right? 100,000, yes.
Victor, the autoresponder that you talked about.
Yes.
Like, let's say you put people in the database and you want to be sending them, let's say,
Right.
a key story relating to your industry.
Yes.
And you want to send that out. You want to have that queued so it sends out as, let's say, 6.
Right.
Letters.
6 letters. Okay.
Is that part of that?
Yeah, that's it. That's part of that. So what's great about it is that let's say I created this. Let's say I'm going to give everybody here my program for free, right? The 14 courses. Now, some of you are going to sign up today. Some of you do tomorrow.
Exactly.
So forth. It doesn't matter. The clock starts when you start.
Exactly.
And so everybody's on a different schedule, and that manages it for you. That's the awesome part about it. So if I sign up today, I get lesson 1. 1 week later, I'll get the other lesson. If Jack signs up tomorrow, he gets that one today, and another week later, he'll get that one. So everybody here can sign up whenever they want, but they're still going to get them in 1 week intervals. And that's the power of this. So it has every single item in here. I have not found anything on the internet better than that machine right there. Here, and then I'll go there. Yep, Jack?
Without using this firstshoppingcart.com, how else would we be able to set up that affiliate program?
You got to buy, there are programs out there that you can buy the affiliate program as a separate entity, okay? And this is the only one I found that has it integrated with everything on there. So there are programs out there. I'm not going to recommend one, Jack, because I don't know, but there's a bunch of them out there. But they usually stand alone, and you got to pay a monthly fee. Like autoresponders, you can buy a separate program, but you got to pay a monthly fee. You can buy a newsletter, but you got to pay a monthly fee. See, if you start adding up all these features and fees, that $69 becomes a drop in the bucket. And if you're already using something and maybe you want to move over, just assuming, you can actually import your stuff in there if you talk to them. Question back here. Yeah?
Does this encrypt or secure the site for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's all SSL encryption, not a problem. Yep.
This company also does the hosting for you?
This company, no, this is not hosting. This is all shopping cart, back-end stuff. Yes, sir.
Is it $69 per domain or per customer?
Per customer.
So you
60.
can get $69.
I run my 22 websites through this. Good question. Is that per site or per domain? This is one price for all my products.
Yes.
All my products. So, good question. Yep. Here. That was a question? No. I'm not going to pay that 22 times. You crazy? No way. Yeah. Okay, right here, Jack.
One of the things that may be pertinent here, because some of us are coming up from the bottom of the learning curve, and as you've mentioned, Constant Contact is one that's easy for us that are at the
That's
bottom
correct.
of learning. Big Step is affiliated with Constant Contact and provide a number of these services built into their platform.
Right. Yep.
You're obviously well ahead of most of us.
Yeah, and so again, to Jack's point, if this is too much for you one time, then just use the Constant Contact, just to manage that. Find an affiliate program, find an autoresponder program. Go to my Mr. Good website, and you should see some options there. So again, it really depends on your level of comfort. I'm just trying to drive you to the one place that has everything. Okay? Let me take this one now. Come here. Yes.
So this will work with any commerce account?
Yes.
And then the fees will depend on that. What do you
Absolutely.
use? as your-
I use Authorize.net is my merchant account. I use Authorize.net is my merchant account. I've been very happy with them. The fees were reasonable. So, you're welcome. Yes. Okay. So, like I said, when you go into the oneshoppingcart.com, they'll give you some recommendations on what you might want to use. And so, Authorize.net seems to have a good reputation. And I've had it for about 4 years now, and I've been very happy with it.
.net or .com?
I think it's .net, authorized.net. And again, when you go into oneshoppingcart.com, if I'm wrong, just check in there. It's in there. They give you several options you can choose from. Once you see the authorized one, you'll know which one I'm using. Any other questions? Okay. Yeah.
Before you start at $69 a month one shop card.
Right.
You pay a startup to start with, and then you pay that monthly maintenance of $69 a month.
There's no startup cost. There's no startup cost for this. In fact, I should mention, I think there's a $39.99 price, but it doesn't include, I believe, the autoresponder or the affiliate program. Okay? So you can go down, it'll take some stuff away. But I still think that the key part is manage all your products and be able to download information. Those two things, and send out newsletters. If you can get that for $39 a month, it's a great deal. Like I said, all I'm asking you guys to do is go back home, sit down, study it for yourselves, and say, okay, I get what Victor's saying. And again, I was in your position where nobody would tell me what they were using or doing. So I'm trying to tell you what I'm using, I'm doing for your consideration. I'm not telling you to use it. I'm just sharing. Yes?
I just wanted to add, the Bank of America also asked my channel account as information for everybody.
Yep.
And we may want to encourage this Commerce Bank coming aggressively to the areas to
Mm-hmm.
do so for us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's keep going. So anyway, you can register your merchant account through that site. Somebody,
One quick question.
Yes.
I might have said this before, but how much do you spend a month on web-related expenses?
How much do I spend a month on web? Here, let me just run it to you. The 69, right? 19.99.
$8.99.
No, 19.99 for all my sites, and then my annual renewal, which is $9.99 per site, or $9 per site.
Not even 100.
So wait a minute. So let me walk through it for the gentleman. $69 for everything. $19.99 for all my sites, and then I just have to renew my sites every year, and that's $9 per site. So if you multiply that times 22, 180. Okay? Not expensive. You take 180 divided by 12, it's an extra $10 a month. So you say 70, 20, and 10. What am I at? 70, 90, about $100 a month to run all my websites, and it's tax deductible. Absolutely. Do you see? Well, no. Hey, he appreciates that. See, he gets it. He gets it. Because again, when you go to some of these web designers, that's just the bottom line fee, just to be able to host with them. So if you get this, you got it. Get it? Got it. Good. All right. Here's another low-cost alternative. I used this once to run one website that we're going to put up for like 2-3 weeks for an event. Okay? And the gentleman insisted on using this, and it was a nice tool to get to know. Let's say you don't have the $300-400 for the merchant account, right? You just don't have it. We've all been there, right? This one for 40, it's called 2checkout.com, 2co.com. Okay? And then what you can do, it's a one-time fee of $49. And then it's up in 24 hours, and basically it just gives you the link, the text, hypertext that you put into your website, and it creates a little shopping cart for you. Okay? And what you do is you create the product, give it a price, and it gives you the code, the HTML code that you slap into your website. And that's it. $49. You're up and running. The fees, the transaction fees are a tad higher as opposed to 2.5, maybe 4.5 or something. But if you just can't afford the $300-400 and you need to do something because you don't want checks, right? Use 2checkout.com.
That's for how long?
No, the $49 is a one-time, you can keep using it. I don't believe there's a monthly fee because what they want from you is your transaction fees. So what they did is they jack up the transaction fees, and that's where they're making their money.
Like American Express and Visa, American Express charges higher.
Right. Yeah, there you go. So, and I don't know, you have to go back and look. I have not used this in about 2 years. So all I can tell you is I believe the fee's still the same, but it's great if you just need to get up and going. So again, if you're building your internet business on a shoestring, I just showed you how to use GoDaddy, and now you can just use this $49 just to get the links going. Okay? Get up and going. Yep.
This is a merchant account, basically.
It's a merchant account / shopping cart slammed together. Yeah, it'll show you.
Someone like myself, who I don't plan on doing a lot of business through the internet,
Right.
but would like to be able to offer credit card payments to my clients.
Right. That's perfect. That's it. You've defined it well. If it's something that's so limited that you're only going to use it occasionally, this is a great option. Perfect. Couldn't set that one up nicer. Thank you. Yes.
Sergio,
search engine optimization, do you do it yourself or you get someone else?
The optimization, I do mine myself.
And what is the tool you use for that?
And I'll show you some other tools you can use also. There are some optimization tools out there, and I'll show you some. On MrGoodWeb.com, you'll find some tools. Some are expensive, like $199, $299, $399. But if I'm going to show you some of the basics of optimization in a little bit here, and then you realize that the software is not going to help you that much more. It helps you track. But I'll show you some software, and then we can discuss it. How's that? Okay? But I know what you're asking. You're saying, Victor, how do I automate it so I know that I'm ranking high? Go here, and I'll go there. Yep.
Would you need this if you did a service? You know, I know you need it if you do a product, but would you need it if you did sell a service?